Because when
and
I've interviewed like Josh Settlage, and he's very a big component on weight training as well. You know, getting fit to win more matches and building endurance and stuff. And I remember speaking to him, and he said he gets up at 3:15 and goes and trains with his friends at 4:15 because that's the time most of them can meet up. So there's always way. You know, we all get the same 24 hours. There's ways around it. Are there habits you've adopted that have made you the man you are today? Do you like journal? Do you meditate? Do you visualize? Do you goal set? Or do you just try to live in the moment and just enjoy life as it comes?
yeah, I'm always trying to improve my everything I'm doing. Like, so I'm always trying to optimize what I'm doing. And for example, you mentioned like waking up 3:15 a.m. At some point, I tried waking up 5 a.m. It was not 3:15,
Horrible.
but didn't work well for me. Like, was not like a because I think sometimes you gotta put in the balance as well that we live once and you gotta enjoy our life, right?
Mhm.
So I was not enjoying going to sleep 9 p.m. Like or 10 p.m. And I'm for example, and I tested as well. If I sleep only 5 or 6 hours per night, next day I don't have a good day. Like I'm not productive. I'm tired. My thinking is not great. I'm kind of in a bad mood. So I need like 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So going to sleep 9 p.m. and waking up 5 a.m. I didn't enjoy. Like was not for me. I really respect who does it, and if it works for whoever it is, it's
Yeah.
great. And I think we should try and test stuff and question ourselves if it was a good choice or not a good choice. So, and I think sometimes I even over question myself because I'm always questioning myself everything. Am I doing the right thing and I'm doing the wrong thing? And was it good or was it bad? And I'm constantly trying to make the right decisions. Like okay, I think the best time for me to wake up is like 7, and I go to sleep at 11:30. My day is productive. I spend time with my wife, with my daughter. I have time at night to read, and so I'm always experimenting stuff
Mhm.
and questioning what was the best way to be productive and to enjoy as well. Like
I suppose that comes from your analytical mindset as well. You know, you create like the A/B testing. You're finding out what works, what doesn't work, and you know.
many times, what works for you doesn't work for me. What works for me doesn't work for you. So there is no formula. Like
Oh no, it's a great way of looking at it. I mean, I love how just even like how humble you are, just sort of saying, "Find what works for you." You know, don't always follow me, and
yeah,
it's.
don't follow what I'm saying.
I love the way you look at it because you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing. But how would you want jujitsu to change? How would to go forward to make it like an Olympic sport, to make it more like to get more and more people into this amazing sport? How would you change the way it's coached? Would you change the way it's structured? Say you could wave a wand just now. What would you do to
Yeah, so
jujitsu?
I think that's happening naturally, but the change, which is not like a change, but what I would like to see in jiu-jitsu is more people exposed to good jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
Like, and when I mean good jiu-jitsu, I'm not talking about like the best technique. I'm talking about like one environment that it's welcoming for that person. Like, so I'm gonna give you an example. Like many years ago, 20 years ago, you would start jiu-jitsu, and in the first day, the instructor would put you to roll with that crazy tough blue belt,